Hello, welcome to Z Explains BG. I almost called myself G Explains BG, but that's probably someone else. Playing a 5-point match on Backgammon Hub. And we will try to play well, and we'll take a look at the computer analysis afterwards to see if we succeeded. Okay, yeah, so good match to my opponent. Ooh, match good. And then make this 17, I guess. Could hit loose, but that is a little too exposed. So yeah, this is good. Yeah, nothing better than that, I think. Really don't want to leave a direct shot against this board. So that's probably the 4 if I'm looking at this right. And it's some question about whether to leave 6 shots out here or not. It's pretty important to fill in these points. Yeah, maybe the 5 is a bit of a close call. He's got the spare here. So he's not even forced to give up. When he hits, he doesn't even have to give up the anchor. So maybe I should have played 11 to 6. Actually, I think 11 to 6 might be slightly better. Although I do get to, well, I don't know. Because I do get to use this checker here to hit, but I don't know if I want to. I guess I do. Well, the 11 point's a good point too. Hopefully this is something of a close call, so I don't know. Okay, they say when in doubt, hit. Very much in doubt. I hit me back. Shoot. Shoot. Yeah, well, we'll take a look at the computer analysis on those decisions. I hope I didn't get both of them wrong. That'd be kind of embarrassing. Although I did leave extra shots both times. So at least I'm consistent. It's always funny when like you make like kind of an inconsistent play, like you leave the shots one turn and then you don't the next, but somehow you get like both of them wrong, you know. It's like, oh man, I know nothing about this game. Yeah, not clear to me whether I should hit him with the 4 or not, or just kind of play safely. Race is close. All right, let's try to actively contain this back checker. Yeah, double's a little spicy. That worked. It works. This double did not work so far. Yeah, I could hit him again, although it cost the 8 point this time. Oh crap, it would have worked. Okay, good builders for the 3, and I think I just kind of lose. Down 27 pips. More efficient than him. All right, so likely it's going to be a 2-zip. 5 away, 3 away. It doesn't matter. I avoid the 2 point here, but I don't know, it avoids getting too thin on the 4. And kind of want to cater to big doubles here since I'm so far behind. So that means not worrying too much about gaps on the low points. Ooh, I have a chance. Am I winning? Maybe I'm winning here. Holy mackerel. Winning or close? Cubeful winning. Wow. Well, it is 2-0. Just the other way around. Oh, hey, Alex. Yeah, nice to see you. Yeah, I'm just practicing. I got an online tournament tonight. I just want to get a game or two in, to warm up rather than going cold. I find that helps. Oh yeah. I mean, I had more checkers than him. And the pip counted. I thought about it. But yeah, I definitely decided against it due to the pip count and the fact that I had more checkers on the board than him. Yeah, I should be a little aggressive at the score though, you know? A little 5 away with the recube. His take point's a little elevated. Yeah, so definitely wouldn't have been crazy. I don't think I have anything here yet. Yeah, I need a little bit more. Well, can play 13 to 9. Maybe that's a bit much. Yeah, this is decent. This is decent flexibility and build power anyways. At much less risky. He would have smacked me. All right, I'm liking this quite a bit. You're probably gonna have a cube coming up. Yeah, even after he rolls a 20, like it's not trivial to bring this home, but I got lots of flexibility. Like without this guy back here, it might be a pass. Score, I don't think is a big deal. A computer eval might say this isn't a cube, but I think I get stronger on a rollout. Ooh, rolled up 44 pips in 2 rolls. I'm only up 3 now. Woof. Yeah, he goes for a race. Not a terrible plan. Ha! 64 pips in 3 rolls. Very impressive. This is feeling like a pass, but let's see. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's double take, I guess. Yeah, so my take point is 33% on the recube. So, it was at least a cube the turn before. It just doesn't matter, I guess. Okay, all plays are equal. Galaxy dice, right? Okay, usually you're supposed to make the 2 points here. It might be close here. But it was close after 4-1 slot. I think you are supposed to do this, at least for money, against a 2-1 or 5-1 slot. All right, let's mix it up. Big stack on the mid. I kind of want to unstack. Okay, this might be wrong. Say this point's good for something. On the other hand, I think I'd rather come in low. And then the builder on the 7 is pretty nice, or 13 to 9. Okay, raise is closer now, so I think I'm going to pop up. Keep the spare on the mid. Ooh. I kind of like this just because there's 4 guys back here and there's maybe a little bit of 3 duplication because he needs 3s to come up. I guess 7 to 6 is a play with the ace also. And 13 to 9 wouldn't be terrible either. So probably a bunch of fairly close stuff there. All right, I guess this is okay. Good asset in the outfield. Might be a pain in his butt back there. Yeah, you can play 13 to 7, 6 to 4 here pretty reasonably. Because it's pretty dangerous for me to give up the anchor to hit in that case. Okay, but he tries to go. Does not work. Ugh. Oh, don't dance, dum-dum. Yeah, this looks right. Oh, what do I do? This is too much. That's pretty dangerous. Can actually reasonably cube this. This is pretty okay defensive structure. It seems like, I mean, maybe it's an easy take in any case, but it feels like if he were to cube, I'm like happy to take after this play. Or it seems like the cube is like less reasonable, I guess. So sometimes you can think like that, and it sort of engages a different part of your brain. All right, I'm a little scared back there. And you can do that even if you own the cube already. You can think, okay, if the cube is in the middle, which play would I be happier to take after? And sometimes that helps things come into focus. Not that I necessarily got that one right, but that was part of my thought process. You should cube this. The board's all kind of messed up. A little less so now. Six one six three 5-1 4-1. Can't forget about 5-1 and 4-1. All right. Could play 10 to 1. Keep both defensive points for another turn. I don't know how much it actually helps me in the next turn though. You can play pretty flexibly even if I keep both anchors. So maybe I'll do this. Never get hits. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I don't know if I want to keep the 8-point or not. Well, cube's in the middle, so if I hit him next turn, I'm gonna be cubing him a lot. So maybe I don't want to give him this chance to get back in the game if I hit him and then he rolls 2-6. Okay, that's reasonable. Like, I think even if he rolls like a 2-1 here, I think I get to cube him. Okay, so I want to... If he dances, the game's over. So I want to maximize on his entries. Which actually might be... It might be this, because I'm covering 2-5 better. I'm getting hit with 2-1, but I can cube him in that case anyways. So while this might be wrong cubeless, I think it's right. I think it's right cube full. All right, like it when a plan comes together. And the play's okay, cubeless too. Oh, this looks odd. What if he thought he was hitting me or something? I don't know about this, but I like it. I like it due to the blot in his board, you know. I don't see. I think I want to hit him. I don't know about this. Score maybe makes this quite questionable. There's probably something better there. All right, hit hope for the best. Like at this score, I want to play a little gammon save out of the opening because I want to. If I up the gammons, it makes his cubes easier and my cubes harder. So this didn't seem like there was a great plan there. Play completely safe or something? I don't know. I guess I could have just cleaned up played 13 to 5, 9 to 6 or something. Good. All right, this is a good play, I think. Point on him, it's kind of a double shot. So let's play conservatively for once. Hmm. 10 cube 3, or I could play 10 cube 7. Okay. Alrighty. It wouldn't be crazy for him to cube that at the score, but no double is fine. He's glad he didn't. What was he actually? Was I up in the race there? Yeah, no, I was always up in the. Yeah, no, it wouldn't have been good. I thought he was up in the race 10 pips. I was actually up in the race, so yeah, definitely no double. All right, well, he gets to redouble me to 4, but his take points a raw 25 even so. So pip count sort of indicates this is a double because it's not some big take based on the pip count alone, you know. So I don't know. I'm gonna send it. It's pretty close. Pretty close in the no double line because I'm a little less efficient than him, and there's still some contact that favors him. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm looking at these pip counts wrong. I think was that 20 pips or 10 pips? Man, I'm kind of out of it today a little bit. I think if that was 20 pips, then that's a pass. If it was 10 pips, then it's close on the double no double. I saw 10, but then I realized it's more than that. Yeah, it should have been 20. Wow, I'll see how I'm playing today. Because I'm not seeing things. I'm not seeing things well. I don't know between that and this. seems like if he steps up, it's a good play. My 8-point strip, so he has reason to step up 24 to 23. Well, I don't think blitzing looks like a great game plan here, especially because gammas don't help me. So maybe it's just this. Yeah, blocking seems to be a decent game plan, although he does get to run, which is the right play. They got 2, 6, 4, 4, and 3s. Nice. So he's got some. This is not completely gin. He's got some chance to block the back checker. So he should be probably slotting here. Because if he gets hit, it's not that bad for him considering he might anchor. I mean, it's bad because I'm kind of escaping, but it's not like that much worse than like me just escaping, you know. Yeah, so he's better off now that he got hit, rather than getting like one guy closed out, you know. That's why I thought about like not even hitting him out there, hitting him off the 2. But then I thought he got some like now he's got some real now he's got some real like block chances. He still does. He's got to give something up. That's good news. Huh, this weirdly cracks. All right, I guess I want the solid 5 prime in case he enters with an ace. I guess. Good. And then I guess I just close him out or make the ace points. And then, I don't know, 8 to 7 looks like it causes some long-term problems. So I'm going to give him the 2 shots out here. Not 11 though. Okay, yeah, this is good if he slots. This is good. This is good. All right, looks pretty safe. I guess there's fewer nominal blot numbers if I play 3 to 1, but I want to strip the top point to clear it now, and I don't want to overstack. I don't want to put too many guys on the ace if I can help it on the ace point. Like I don't love playing this 3, but it's probably better than leaving a bunch of blot numbers out there. In fact, 2-2 would be a blot number 2. If I had ripped a guy, 5 guys here, 5 guys here. All right, let's see. We'll take a look at the computer analysis. Assuming I lose this, assuming I win this race. I don't know. Is he gonna roll like he did that other game? All right, yeah, game 1 might be kind of a mess. There's like four moves in a row where I felt like I was sort of guessing. Hopefully some of that stuff was close. And then the rest of the match wasn't that easy either. Okay, let's take a look. So let's see what did GNU say about the PR? No, GNU says I played well. GNU says I played at 2.5. Let's see what XG thinks. 3. We'll take it. Take it. Yeah, three checker play blunders. So hopefully that was some of the stuff I felt like I was guessing on. Well, we'll see. I mean, sometimes the computer surprises you. Like a lot of times, like I'll play a match. I mean, I played this one quite well, but sometimes when I play a match badly, and like I see the high PR, and like I like think, oh, I must have got this decision wrong, and this decision wrong, and this decision wrong, and then I look back at the match in XG or something, and I got made like 3 blunders, but like they're different than the stuff I was unsure about. So that computer shows you some stuff. I mean, this is a cute play. Yeah, this is like close after 5-3, you know, and it's because the reason you don't do this on the opening roll, but after your opponent rolls 5-3, he makes a low point in his board. Sort of good for racing, good for attacking, not that good for blocking. You have less incentive to like split your back checkers than usual. So the computer doesn't mind like going after a nice like priming approach. So it's good to know this play, not because it's right here, but it's right at like gammon go type scores, I think. And that, in fact, based on these numbers here, it says it loses fewer gammons. So maybe this is right at gammon save. Which I didn't realize. I mean, it kind of makes sense because you split and you get attacked. On the other hand, you're getting a third man sent back sometimes. So let's see. Okay, so 5-3, 6-2 at gammon save. Like I would have split here, but is the computer going to like slotting? It does. By a lot. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize this play. Like I said, it makes sense though. Like I usually think of slotting as like a gammon go type thing, but for going like a dangerous split, that could be like a gammon save type thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if people really like know this play. I'm not sure I've seen it at like a gammon save type score before. Yeah, so this is 2-way, 4-way, where you wanna play a little gammon save out of the opening for cube reasons. That's good to know. I don't know if I'm gonna remember that, but I sort of didn't know this. I mean, I knew it was like close for money. But I didn't know it was sort of a gammon save type. I didn't realize. It makes sense, but I didn't realize it was a gammon save type play. Okay, good. This is close. Yeah, this is one of the things I was unsure about. So you play the 4, 6-2, because there's no other really good 4 on the board, except you can play 11-7, 7-2, but that's kind of the same thing as 6-2, 11-6. And then it's fairly close between 13-8 and then 11-6. Right. Yeah, but like I mentioned, I mean, obviously my play is better build power, leaves 6 shots against the stronger board. So that makes it a little suspicious. I also thought this little spare here, if this point was stripped and the race situation and the board situation was similar, if he only had 2 checkers here, he'd have to give up the anchor to hits. Here he gets to hit with the spare checker. So maybe that actually swings the play. Okay, it makes a decent play challenging this blot. It gives me kind of a tough choice again with the 6-2. Okay, it is pretty close. Again, I probably get it slightly wrong. Computer wants to play completely safely, lock up a good outfield assets. I hit for the race and, you know, still have decent build power, but it's a little risky. I get punished. I dance. He doesn't have anything. I pop out. Okay, this is not close. I see. Yeah, against the stronger board, a little bit up in the race, the computer wants to play safely. It's got a kind of a decent game if I just do this. Yeah, this wins more gammons, loses more gammons, doesn't win as many games. Yeah, maybe this would be okay if I was like down in the race. Because it'd be more important to contain that back checker. Here I just play safe and my game is fine with this decent outfield anchor. And then yeah, but he goes crazy in doubles. Okay, I get the picture here. I should be playing safe. It was a little easier this time because this gives up an outfield asset to hit. And we mostly turn into a race, which I somehow win. And apparently the computer thinks I did not miss a cube. Here. Not here. Yeah, here, right. Yeah, I guess yeah, right. Yeah, I'm still down. I'm still down 3 pips, and I'm not that much more efficient than him. In fact, the computer thinks he's more efficient than me, believe it or not. You can see the difference of pips is 3. The EPC is the effective pip count. So that tries to account for that accounts for wastage. I'm actually down more in EPC than in the raw pip counts. In other words, the computer thinks that white's going to waste fewer pips in the future than I am. Probably the fact that he has 1 less checker than me, that probably helps his efficiency. And I guess it doesn't like this. I guess it doesn't like the checker on the ace also. He's got a bear 5 and 6. I got a bear 6. Okay. But then I just win. Okay, make a decent play with the 4-4, putting some good structure together. He hits, which is a good play. I might have actually got this wrong. I might have made the 20 here. What about here? Doesn't like making the 20, but oh, it makes making the 4. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay, but here, okay, so here making the 20 is better than hitting. Here, hitting is much better than making the 20. So it's the fact that I have an advanced anchor. It means the computer wants to hit. Yeah, I guess the race is I guess I'm up in the race more if I have this position. So hitting goes up in value. Also if he makes the 20 here, he has this like edge in the priming game, right? Or in other words, like another way to look at it is like he can't block me here, right? I can block him. Well, not if he makes the 20 though. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm not seeing this super. I'm not seeing like the difference super clearly. I just sort of see it like a jumble of factors. But yeah, making the 20 doesn't like look that bad to me here. So that's why I'm pausing on it. Like I think I would have maybe I would have found the hit, but it wouldn't have been super clear to me. I don't know. People have thoughts. Let me know about this. Like is hitting like pretty clear to people, or would you be like unsure between that and like making the 20, for instance? Yeah, a little clearer to hit there. Okay, so this is game 2. So he makes a good 2-2 play. Okay, I think a little bit about slotting, which would be okay, I think. But I don't know. I didn't mind the structure with the third man all the way back. Didn't love giving him a shot over here when the race is pretty close. And I just have like a decent game if I just do this. So I don't know, someone told me that concept recently where he said it was like in Michi's book, where if you have an advanced anchor, a lot of times that means you should just kind of play safely because your game, especially if like, I think especially if like the race is close or you're up in the race. So you just do something like this and your game is fine. So you don't need to take the chance to like and do this or something if your game is perfectly fine with your advanced anchor. So I'm sort of thinking about that and seeing that more and more lately. $20 to 7, right? This is pretty clear. He didn't come around. Hit again. Yet no other play. Right. I think a little bit about cubing now, but I can clean up the blots and then maybe he's still taking. So I do that. Yeah, and then I do get an okay cube. And this is stronger than this, I think. Maybe. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, so I think it's a little hard to bring this stuff home, right? And not leave a bunch of shots, and he could win the race. But the thing is, I have a lot of checkers I can play with before I have to clear the midpoints. Like I got these guys and these guys, which can kind of like play behind them pretty easily or play to the 4 points. The spare on the mid can probably be played pretty flexibly. So given that I have all this timing and a big race lead, I mean, despite the score, despite his decent defensive posture, it's still like it's still a pretty decent cube, I think. Yeah, rollout's good. Rollout will make this a cube. And like I said, it's only like, I think it's only close because this guy is back here and this guy's a little bit of an asset for him. I think it was up on the 20, and say he gave me 2 more pips also. I think that might be a money pass or something. Say this for money. It's close. It might be close to a money pass. Like it looks like a routine take, right? But I got all these spares to play with. And a 21 pip race lead. Okay, now the computer still has it as like a pretty big take. I think it does get a bit stronger on a rollout though. Maybe up to 0.9 or so. Yeah, I have seen positions that look like this, which are in fact passes or close. Maybe I need a bigger race lead though. Like what about this? 40 pips now. Yeah, this is a pass. And it's a bigger pass than this. Okay, so because it's 20, it's still a pretty solid take. If it was like 30 or 40, you could argue it's a pass. I see. But everyone's taken that in practice, I think. But anyways, okay, so good double, good take. And then he just blows me away. He misses a cube somewhere, I think. Yeah, here. Yeah. Oh, first of all, so it doesn't like my play. It wants to keep the midpoints. Wait, what? No, what am I doing here? Yeah, why did I give up the midpoint here? That's weird. I mean, I'm down 3 pips. And I want to keep pressure on this guy. Maybe I was thinking like 8-2 is destructive for the race. I don't really remember. I don't remember thinking about this though. Cubeless is quite close. I mean, cubeful it's a little bit further apart because he gets like an okay Cuban at the score after maybe after either play. Yeah, but it's weird I just didn't do this. Keep the pressure on the midpoint. That was weird. Right, yeah, this is this is a good play to know. Hitting's quite wrong here against a 5-1 slot. I think against a 4-1 slot hitting is okay. Which often is good to make. If you have a choice between hitting on your opponent's side of the board and making two good assets on your side of the board, often it's right to make the two good assets. 4-1. You have a little extra incentive to hit here because his building power is so good. With this nice builder on the 9 and the slot on the 5. That taking away half his roll keeps him from building. So you have a little extra incentive to hit here. I think it's still okay to make both points though. Yeah, it's close. 2-1. 2-1 hitting gives him good 6s from the bar, where 6s are blocked coming in. So you don't want to give him great 6s, good 6s where he hits you. So you go back to making the 2 points. Okay. This is fine. 2-1. Okay, make the anchor, and then there's a play choice here. Yeah, my first impulse was to make the outfield assets. And then I thought, well, the 11 points not worth much because the 5 points closed. And I probably want to come in low and not high. And I want to build her on the 7, so that's why I did this. I think I see the problem with this now, though. He's up in the race. He's going to want to be running these checkers. So I want this as sort of a block. I want this as like to patrol my outfield. Reminds me a little bit about 6-5, 5-2 in the opening. I used to split. You're supposed to bring 2 down. Partly because you want to cover his running 8s and 9s. So it's sort of similar. It's sort of a little bit similar here. You want to cover the numbers that jump out to here. Yeah, like this. He was happy to jump out with a 5-2. Now he only have 4s back at him. Now probably he did have a better play apparently with the 5-2, but still, I think there are a lot of numbers that jump out in the outfield. Okie dokie. So I hit him, and then yeah, both stepping up and bringing down a builder do good things. All right, here's close between 6-5 and 7-6 apparently. I like keeping the spare on the 7. Okay, good. It's close here also. I moved this mainly because I got 4 guys here and 3 guys here, so the distribution makes sense. Also kind of like the 3 duplication. Right, 3s to hit here and 3s to step up to the edge of the prime. So I thought it was worth the extra risk to do it. The computer agrees. All right, I make a funny point in the outfield. So it's going to be maybe a little tough to play flexibly in the future. But I thought, okay, so I can just clear the 13 usually if I need to play in the outfield. The computer likes it versus this slightly more flexible play. Yeah, this didn't look right. I might have made a worse play. Might have done this thinking, oh, I don't mind if I get hit too much because he's going to give up the anchor. Computer finds this two duping play, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I'm not sure I saw this at the time. Right, he's up huge in the race. So there's a big premium on getting the back man moving. However, his play of 24 to 16 doesn't work that good because I got a triple shot plus a whole buttload of combination shots. So it might be 5-5-2 misses, 5-5 misses. I'm sorry, no, 5-5-2 does not miss. I got was that 5-3, 5-3-3-3, 5-5 miss. That might be it. I don't know. Yes, that doesn't work that well. This is okay. I mean, it builds a good board. I do have to give up my anchor to hit him, but I guess I am happy to hit with all or most of my twos. But the problem is it doesn't do anything with the back man. So the computer finds this kind of neat play. Sort of half escapes, leaves this guy exposed. But again, I got to give up the anchor to hit him, and like twos hit here also. So there's very good two duplication here. Yeah, that's a neat play. Anyways, I do get to hit him. Either this or this is fine. Oh, okay, it does want to hit here by a lot. Oh, that's a big blunder. I mean, partly, let's see, cubeless. Yeah, cubeless, it's a bit closer. Cubeless is like a 0.1 error. But apparently, apparently I had this backwards. This is some easy take. This is actually a pass, probably. Pass or close, you know. Now it's probably a pretty big pass based on these numbers. Yeah, so I had sort of had the right approach to looking at this, I guess. But I just came to the wrong conclusion about this. I mean, yeah, I guess the holding game isn't that good given that he can attack back here. Like this guy's a liability back here. And my board's very weak. So this holding game is so bad due to that liability that it thinks if I play like this as a pass. So it has like a decent so it wants to like, I don't know, hit and go to the 2. Oh, that was my problem. I didn't see hit and going to the 2. I compared it to this play, which is bad. Yeah, so this is a pass. Okay, no, I didn't think too badly about this. I just didn't see I could hit and keep going. That's weird because you can also play 7-1 here. Yeah, no, this was just an oversight. Yeah, I guess I sometimes miss these plays. You hit in your own outfield and then you keep going into your inner board, which usually isn't great because you got a guy up on the bar, but it's not too dangerous here. Yeah, so you probably have some more cubes down the line, right? Anyways, I do get to step up with the 3. Okay, that guy's no longer a liability now, so it likes his no double. But yeah, now it thinks it's a huge pass due to my crappy front position. Now I put my position back together, and he's all stripped. Thinks it's double take. Okay, was it like here? Okay, yeah, 10 to 1. 10 to 1 didn't really make much sense because I mean it's double pressure on this, but you almost always can like play comfortably next turn. And then I just have to give something up and I've killed a checker. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like I'm like always or almost always cashing after my play. Apparently, maybe I'm always cashing or playing on here, according to these equities. Yeah, good. Okay, yeah, no, this doesn't mind this play. I was sort of floundering here. I mean, hitting twice didn't feel great due to the match score. or I want to play a little conservatively. But everything else is kind of bad, right? Leaving him alone, giving him a shot out here, letting him attack or build. I mean, this is okay. If this is what you want to do in the opening roll, if your opponent splits with a 5-4, you just want to play 13 to 5. But yeah, the fact that he has this blot means he can enter and make this, or enter and hit down here, or hit here and do something with it with the blot on the other side of the board. So that's why I thought, okay, the blot being here makes it more attractive to hit twice, take away his whole roll so he can't do something good with this. Doesn't quite work. Great shot here. Okay, clean up. Well, a bunch of close stuff here. I'm going to go completely safe. Which makes sense against the stronger board, me up in the race. But it's pretty gross, so the computer actually doesn't mind this too much either. Six, 6. Oh yeah, I am up 20 pips. Yeah, so that's double huge pass. Yeah, for some reason I was thinking it was like 10. Okay. All right, I put stuff together here. Apparently all the aces are pretty close. Even 22 to 21 is pretty close. I guess you wouldn't do that if gammon's counted against you because it opens yourself up to attack. Yeah, I'm a little surprised the computer doesn't mind this because you are getting attacked some. But I guess the 22-point anchor is pretty bad because he has his 9-point made. And, you got the stronger board and down in the race. Okay, I would have done this if gammon's counted, but I thought, okay, I'll just play more. I'll play more conservatively since gammons don't help me. But apparently the computer still thinks this is good. Keep white from attacking, But this plan worked beautifully. Okay. Get the back man moving. Kind of like having this guy here so I can hit with 6s. Okay, yeah, it might be fairly close. This versus this. I mean, I do this. He never gets to anchor. But maybe I get stuck back there though. Also. All right, he's trying to contain me, but can't do it. He kind of does it here weirdly. 2017, 8 to 3. Oh yeah, I didn't really consider that. I mean, my play seems pretty natural. Right, a little bit 3 exposed blots, getting hit with like 1-6 and 2-6. So I think if find something a little more conservative. There were still a bunch of shots. 1-1, 2-2, 1-2, but they're less potent. Right, because if I get hit here, he gets to jump with, he gets one guy free. Yeah. All right. Oh, computer leaves the ace point slotted. I thought about doing this, right? Because you don't love putting 2 guys on the ace here. But I thought, okay, I'm paying to his aces, which is probably true. But yeah, long term, the inflexibility of having the ace point behind the 2-point anchor might cause you problems. And then let's see, 8 to 7, 3 to 1. Yeah, so the computer does not like this. Kind of an awkward stack on the 7. Might be weird 5s down the line. So it does prefer my play, which leaves 2 shots to that weird looking stack. But it is fairly close. Yeah, once again, I want to play 8 to 3 and be flexible in the outfield versus my play, which if I roll a 6, I have to put another guy on the ace here. So this does look a little suspicious. 4-5 puts another guy on the ace. All right, I do get to clear. Just 6-3, 5-3 now. 2-1. I do get to clear. 6-3. I don't love putting guy on the ace, but it is slightly safer than this, I think. Actually, it's quite a bit safer in the short term. Because this is 6-6, 5-5, 4-4, and 2-2, which leave blot numbers. So this is worse. It says it's very close, but I think it's just because white almost never wins here. Anyways, yeah, my play is fine. Meh. And I win. All right. Well, that was pretty interesting. Yeah, I'm surprised. Surprised I didn't see this actually. I do notice this is sort of a common oversight where you play like a clear one, say the hitting is nice with the one, and then you like look around for a 6 somewhere, and you don't think about playing the same checker again. Like I've done that. I've had this oversight many times. And I've seen other people do it too. So something to watch out for. Yeah, I think I might have been able to find this if I looked at it. 4-2, yeah. So I didn't think about the outfield control here. 6-4, yeah, I played too loosey-goosey here with the anchor and having the weaker board. Okay, well that was pretty instructive. Yeah, I'm glad I did this, even though I made some pretty big errors. So it gets my mind in shape for the tournament tonight. Yeah, so I may actually be back streaming tonight. I may commentate some matches if I don't do well in the tournament, but hopefully I won't need to. Hopefully I'll be in the finals, but we'll see. Yeah, well thanks for watching. Yeah, I hope you got something out of this, and we will see you next time.